Alright, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm letting the Modern Warfare gameplay that was shown off by Infinity Ward, just raw gameplay. I think it's against bots because of how bad the enemies are that the player is actually shooting. But the thing is, I'm just letting it run. And I've just been watching it kind of over and over again. It's only about 5 minutes of footage. But even though YouTube's compression really fucks up this downloaded version of the gameplay, you can really start to see how good looking this game actually is. They uploaded it in 4K, and I downloaded it in 1080p 60 FPS, and I've tried it multiple different ways, and the bitrate gets a little fucked up once I download it. Whatever. But a lot of people have concerns about Modern Warfare, and those concerns are warranted. Activision hasn't really been our friend recently, and, you know, Infinity Ward's last two Call of Duty games weren't a lot of people's favorites. I do think that there's too much negativity towards Modern Warfare in some cases. I think some people are way too eager to throw the game under the rug because it's Call of Duty. I've already made a video talking about how stupid I believe the comparisons to other games are. You know, just because there's more dynamic animations and it has a more realistic aesthetic does not make it look anything like other shooters, in my opinion. But that's because I play a lot of other shooters. If you just play Call of Duty, then yeah, you'll see dynamic screen shake and more motion going on the screen, and you'll think, oh, that kind of looks like a Battlefield trailer, or you'll see more realistic aesthetics and you'll think, oh, that's Siege. But as a Siege and Battlefield player and Call of Duty player, I don't see that at all. And a lot of people are saying that the game looks like it's going to be clunky, and I don't get that either. If there's one thing that the developers know, it's that people play Call of Duty because it's the snappiest shooter. It's just the snappiest, smoothest shooter, and it just plays great on console. And even though the meta gets fucked up on PC, it's still a really smooth, responsive game. They're not going to change that in order to add realism to their game. It's realistically themed. From what I can tell, and what YouTubers that have actually played it are saying, it just seems realistically themed. There's more dynamic animations, the graphics are prettier, there's more going on screen, but apparently it feels like Call of Duty. Apparently, the changes people are seeing that they worry are going to change the game entirely, they're mostly visual. And the gameplay we've seen, not just this gameplay, but the gameplay of the actual, influencer YouTubers playing it at Infinity Ward's headquarters, you're still going to be able to, slide around corners with a shotgun and jump shot people with an SMG. It's still going to play like Call of Duty. It's not going to play like some realistic tactical video game. It's not going to play like Insurgency Sandstorm. It's not going to play like Siege, it's not going to play like Battlefield, it's going to play like COD. Now you might want me to talk about the weapons that are shown in this gameplay, from like the 44 mag, or, the scope on it, or maybe like certain rifles that are shown. I honestly don't really care to talk about the weapons because you can watch the gameplay and see the weapons. I don't get the YouTubers that are going, every weapon in this gameplay, it's 5 minutes. Okay, I value your intelligence too much to tell you what you're watching. Okay, there's 5 minutes of fucking gameplay here. You can watch it and go, oh look, there's a 44 mag and a lever action. That can excite you on its own. I don't need to tell you that that's what's going on your screen right now. Now, I wanted to touch on a couple things here. Sliding was a concern of mine, but honestly, my video was poorly made. No excuses. I could talk about the fact that I just woke up, or that I forgot to say something, but no, inexcusable. I'm the one making the video. I clearly recorded it and then added that recording to the gameplay and watched it back and never changed it, so that's my fault. Okay. I talked about removing sliding. In that video, I do mention that they could maybe just tone it down, but really, I've kind of dropped it. Okay, I'm gonna leave the video up because I think my point still stands that I think it will affect the meta in this game. More so than sliding mechanics have in Call of Duty's past, because it's just a different style of game. It kind of looks like we're matching the time to kill of like Call of Duty Ghosts with like the sliding mechanics of Black Ops 4, and I just feel like it's going to be a little bit shitty, but I've dropped my main concern, and I don't think they should remove it. I do think they should nerf it. But I also don't want the game to be slowed down and not make me feel like I can push enemies and that, it is just a game of holding angles. As much as I'd like this to be a more slow-paced Call of Duty, yeah, giving me some offensive options like that to dodge bullets and pull off some cool maneuvers, that's actually pretty cool. Especially like sliding up to a wall and then like using the contextual lean to look around it. I hope I can get some cool clips of doing that if the beta ever comes out or on launch night. I want to try to do that. I want to slide up to cover and then contextually lean. I think that could be a lot of fun. I do that in Battlefield 5 sometimes, but Either way, I am still a little concerned about the time to kill in this game. I like fast time to kills in Call of Duty, but for some reason, I can't put my finger on it. We haven't seen enough yet, but I feel like it's going to be too fast. And time to kill is such an awful subject, because if it's too fast, then it takes less skill to get a kill, and your deaths and kills feel random, and like it didn't require much persistence. If it's too long, you can't fight multiple opponents, and then you just go around with your buddy team-shotting people because they can't take out both of you. It's really hard to balance the perfect time to kill. It'll never be perfect. Some people say Black Ops 2's was just right, and Call of Duty Ghost was too fast, but I honestly didn't think Ghost was too fast. I think if Ghost was any slower, its map design would have hurt it even more than it did, and there's a lot of problems there. It's a complicated subject. I do worry about the time to kill, but I'm going to reserve that until I play it. Some people, for some reason, think I hate Modern Warfare, or that I'm not into it, and I don't want to play it, and I don't want you to buy it. It's not true. I really am just waiting. But the cool thing we got to see today was some gun bench footage. Now this was cool to see. This gives us a healthy little taste of weapon customization. I recommend you watch this clip all the way through as I'm talking over it, because I'm not going to point out every little thing. You will notice that they kind of repeat some things, and it is a little embarrassing once you notice it. So, like, imagine a fabric store trying to brag about how many colors of fabric they have, and they're like, look, we got blue, green, yellow, 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 blue, red, red, green, 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 blue, blue, red, yellow, green, 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 blue. It's like there's the same colors, you're just mixing them up, and honestly, this video should have been a lot shorter because it just looks like it starts cycling through the same customizations every time, but whatever. But I think you can see like a master key there, barrel attachments, different types of stocks. You get to get a taste for some of the optics, and this really does excite me for the game. This is what I care about. If you're new to the channel and you're subscribed because of Warframe, and you're wondering like, hey, what the fuck does this guy even care about Call of Duty for? This kind of stuff. This sort of modular building of your weapons and mix and matching different pieces to get different results. I love that about Call of Duty, and I really, as someone that wants to go back to reviewing classes, I really, really hope that the create a class in this game is good. COD World War II and Black Ops 4 are far too limiting in their customization for me to do the I Need a Weapon series. I tried to bring it back for Black Ops 4, but I was so bored. The classes were so boring, not because of you guys, just because of the inherent nature of, weapon-specific attachments and all that shit. It just made customization nauseatingly boring. So hopefully this game fixes that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video for whatever reason. I know you guys have probably already heard about this. I'm a little late to the party. I'm sorry. I didn't feel like jumping on the bandwagon. I just wanted to share some more thoughts because now we have new gameplay. The game looks fun, but we don't know what it plays like yet, and I don't really want to make big speculation videos. And so, yeah, I'll make request videos where I'm like, oh, I hope this is in the game, or I don't want to see this in the game, but I'm not going to make like a bunch of like hardcore judgments from some 2v2 footage, and this clearly looks like they're fighting bots, so not much to take from it. I will have more to talk about after August 1st, because then we will have actually seen the multiplayer reveal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.